The Public Service Broadcast Contestable Funds Scheme aims to encourage and foster the production of quality public service broadcast content. MDA's revamped PSB Contestable Funds Scheme extends the reach of PSB content by pushing it to multiple media platforms in two ways: by engaging local broadcast platforms beyond the traditional free-to-air TV and encouraging the creation of content that can sit on different media platforms. It also improves the quality of PSB content via contestability and encourages innovation in PSB content creation. Local FTA and non-FTA broadcasters that satisfy these prerequisites will stand to vie for the contestable funds: audience reach, capacity to commission and carry PSB content, ability to program and promote PSB content, ability to track viewership of PSB content. Each year, MDA partners with eligible local broadcast platforms for open calls for proposals, where we look for creative ideas and audiovisual broadcast content that educates and enriches the audience. A panel of independent evaluators appointed by the MDA will assess and select proposals together with the local broadcast platform. Selected proposals are then produced and broadcast on the appointed platform. We're looking for content that is outstandingly creative, vigorously engaging, and relevant to the Singapore public. MDA has also put in place a revised framework for copyright ownership of PSB programs it funds. As a general principle, MDA will no longer own the copyright in original, locally produced PSB programs it funds. Under the revised framework, copyright in a PSB program shall comprise two parts. Firstly, the rights in the underlying works, and secondly, the rights in the completed program. Creators who developed and created the PSB program idea will own the rights in the underlying works, which includes the original underlying literary, dramatic, musical, or artistic works in a PSB program. The production company that produces the PSB program shall have the rights in the completed programs. With these, he can reproduce a program in full or in part, sell the program, show it in public, and communicate it over broadcast, cable, and online platform. In most cases, both rights will belong to the same entity because the production company is usually also the creator. Here's an example. Production Company X is commissioned to produce a PSB program 100% funded by MDA. As X has created and produced the PSB program, it is both the creator as well as the production company. X will own 100% of the copyright in the PSB program. And if there's co-funding of a PSB program by another party, for example the broadcaster, X as the creator will own the rights in the underlying works in the PSB program. X will also co-share the rights in the completed program with the broadcaster, according to funding proportion. In general, the broadcaster that has commissioned the PSB program will also be given the first right of refusal to commission X to produce a sequel or prequel of a PSB program. As the copyright owner, you are now able to promote your program across wider platforms and audiences. Want to distribute your program to a TV cable or network in China, the US, Zimbabwe? Make DVDs of the program for sale? Produce related merchandise like comics, books, and toys? As the copyright owner, you can. To ensure that the public still gets to enjoy PSB programs, MDA and the Singapore government will have the right to use PSB programs for public service broadcast, archival, and non-commercial purposes.